time.
¿Fue injusto?
I believe it was unfair.
Right now at 6, the fate of a downtown bar decided. Owners react to losing their liquor license.
And a district-saving vote. Mauston Schools passing a key referendum, but does it solve their financial troubles?
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski.
We have breaking news. Latino Bar and Grill has lost its liquor license.
The Common Council making the decision this afternoon. The bar has come under fire over accusations of underage drinking. The bar opened in April of 2022.
Police say since then they've handed out over 320 citations to the bar and customers. Latino's owner Marissa Acosta says the ruling was unfair.
We'll keep moving forward and find a way to make this work. And I believe this had to connect with racism.
Acosta says she plans to keep the bar open despite the council's ruling.
Voters in Mauston throwing the school district a money lifeline to keep it open for now.
So are the money problems really solved? News 8 Now's Grace Monk joins us with the answer.
Mauston residents came together Tuesday to save the district by approving a $7 million referendum. The district was facing a financial crisis after 2 referendums failed last year. In November, the school board voted to dissolve the district if Tuesday's referendum didn't pass.
In 26-27, we were going to run out of money. Our independent auditor had said that we were going to be out of money, told the district that that was really going to be the end.
Last April, the referendum failed 62-38. In November, it failed by just 58 votes, and that's when community members decided to step in.
There was an opinion that it was probably going to pass that second time, and when it didn't, and didn't, by a fairly healthy margin didn't, we knew that we needed to be involved.
Many business leaders, industry leaders, just understanding that, wait, if we don't have a school district, what does that look like for our community?
The district and the Yes for Mauston Kids advocacy group spent months campaigning for the referendum.
To have that weight lifted off your shoulders, to know that our community came out, and they came out strong.
3,000 votes total. We still had over 1,000 no's, which had we not done what we've done, everybody banding together and trying to get this thing passed, I think it probably would have failed again.
The referendum will give the district $1.75 million per year over the next 4 years. But that money won't cover all of the operational costs.
We're going to have to make some cuts. We talked about this a lot, that we needed $2.25 million. We were thankfully able to pass 1.75, so we'll have $500,000 worth of cuts.
The school board will determine what those cuts will be in the following weeks. In Mauston, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
A new bill introduced today in Madison could help Wisconsin farmers lower their repair costs. State Senator Brad Pfaff and Representative Jenna Jacobson are pushing for legislation that would require manufacturers to provide farmers with access to repair tools, parts, and data at fair prices. The proposal would allow farmers to fix their own equipment or use independent service providers without restrictions from manufacturers.
Well, it certainly felt better here today, even though we were still well below average in the 20s with the sun out, not much of a wind chill. It was a nice change from what we've had since Sunday with the deep freeze that we're in. But that's going forward is what really we're going to see. So this evening, really not too bad. Still kind of cold out there for this time of year, but not much in the way of wind chill. Clearing skies, got down to about 7 degrees at 10 p.m. for La Crosse. Similar story for Eau Claire. Clearing skies, getting back down to about 7 degrees with merely just a light wind. So all in all, not too bad. Lows this morning were below 0, but overall the wind chill wasn't too bad as we expected. 9 below in Mason City. Other one, everywhere else was about 4 to 5 below with some cloud cover. And high temperatures got up into the 20s for most areas. Some areas had cloud cover kind of linger in the afternoon, and that's why they were in the upper teens. But all in all, a better improvement. Going forward tonight, we're going to see temperatures once again get below 0. There's snow on the ground, clearing skies will allow the temperatures to fall. But overall, not too bad. A few degrees here and there above 0. And then as we go forward to tomorrow, Once again, 20 degrees, maybe some mid-20s out there with plenty of sunshine, but that wind starting to turn around from the south. So later on, we'll kind of break down when we're going to be climbing above average, which our average now is getting into the mid to upper 30s, and how long this mild stretch of weather will last.
All right. Thanks, Greg.
Wisconsin is beating the national average when it comes to gas prices. Right now, a gallon of regular is $2.90. That's down 2 cents from last week. The national average price is up 2 cents, averaging $3.11. Driving up the national average is refinery maintenance and outages on the West Coast, which is creating a rippling effect.
High school students in La Crosse are getting a head start on their futures. The Future Center Fair, hosted by La Crosse Promise, is helping students explore career options and plan their next steps after graduation. The fair will have almost 50 different employers, including representatives from the military and educational institutions.
They provide you with opportunities of jobs that you didn't even realize that you might be interested in. So like, I'm looking for a job. I didn't know I liked this one specific job. It's here, and it gives you an opportunity to look at what you may be interested in.
On the 27th, students at Central High School will also have the chance to discover a variety of career opportunities.
Today is Giving Day at Winona State. The 24-hour event will collect donations to benefit scholarships, academic programs, and initiatives around campus. Those who donate get to choose where their money will be used. Alumni Susan Anderson will match up to $25,000 in donations for the university.
I graduated from here. I used my degree. I have the ability to give, and it's important to keep the status of important for me to keep the status of the university as high as it is. Yeah.
To participate in Winona State Giving Day and double your donation, visit Giving Day website. We will have that link on our digital platforms.
Ashley for the Arts 2025 is announcing its lineup. Daughtry will headline the main stage. Brad Paisley, ZZ Top, and Darius Rucker are also performing at the festival in Arcadia. It'll be held at Memorial Park August 7th through the 9th, and tickets can be bought on Ashley for the Arts website.
A storybook program is building bonds between incarcerated fathers and their children, one page at a time.
Come to the 27th Annual Early Bird Home Show. Lowest prices of the year.
Windows, doors, patio doors, lowest price of the year.
Bath remodels, kitchen remodels, lowest prices of the year.
Pergolas, decks, or sunrooms, lowest price of the year.
Siding, trim, or gutters, lowest prices of the year.
27th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store, 524 Copen Avenue, La Crosse. TheBoardStoreOnline.com or call 608-782-8877.
Save on Stressless by the truckload at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Every season, Stressless updates styles and leathers, but first, we need to make room. At Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, we took advantage of big discounts on discontinued styles, leathers, and overstocks. Now we're passing a truckload of savings on to you. You'll find sofas, love seats, chairs, and ottomans, even power recliners, all at amazingly low prices. Don't delay. Quantities are extremely limited. Take advantage of truckload savings on Stressless, only at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
I want to drive a big truck.
College, tuition, bills. Someday I'll get that new truck.
This is just where we're at right now. Someday you'll get that big truck.
We've waited 40 years for this Denali, and it's beautiful. Is the big truck next?
Some kids just never grow up.
A child sex predator facing 100 years in prison after sexually assaulting 2 girls at the local pool. Just 6 and 7 years old, Susan Crawford, the radical liberal judge who let the predator out in just 4 years. For Susan Crawford, it's a pattern, putting pedophiles back on the street, free to prowl our pools and prey on our kids. Criminals are praying Susan Crawford gets elected because she fights for them, not us.
A new program created by students at UW-La Crosse is helping incarcerated fathers connect with their children. And it's not through letters or video chats, but through a bedtime routine that's forming a bond beyond barriers.
I see the stars twinkle soft and bright, winking a promise to me tonight. They'll keep They'll keep watch while you sleep tight and smile on you with love.
A bedtime story that knows no distance, read by a father serving time in the New Lisbon Correctional Institution.
I'm just glad that it's an opportunity I can encounter for my kids.
We're excited. We're glad we can provide this for them too.
This father is partaking in a new storybook program at the institution, a program created by UWL sociology professor Nicholas Bakken and his students.
Children don't ask to have a parent in prison. Society might label them as a felon or a criminal. To the children, it's just dad.
I'm sending a special gift to my 3 kids from y'all dad.
Students are developing actual parenting programs that are tailored to the New Lisbon facility.
They have been doing research all semester on incarcerated parents, children who have incarcerated parents, what parenting programs exist in prison.
The problem that we're finding is there's a lack of program, there's no family-oriented connections for the caregiver and the child. The goals of our program is to strengthen parent-child relationships, to develop those parenting skills, and to prepare for reintegration back into society.
The Storybook program debuted in November of 2024. Men, referred to as persons in our care, record themselves reading a story they will then give to their children.
Just push start, and then when you're done reading, I'll push stop, and then it'll repeat the recording. So you'll be able to listen to it before we finalize it.
It only took me 1 try.
Brandon Copeland was part of the pilot launch. He recorded a story for his 3 children, 2 daughters, and his son, who's 3 years old.
You know, I asked him, did you get your book? Yeah, I got the book.
Copeland admits the experience was a little emotional for him, especially when it was time to record the dedication.
This is Dad speaking to you. You know, soon we'll be able to be back together to read together. Hope you enjoy your book.
Although he gets to speak with them a few times a week, he's grateful they are now able to hear his voice whenever they choose.
Just not being in tune in your child's life every day, personally, this was like an opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to just show that they're still thought about, cared about.
According to the Bureau of Justice Statistics, 2.7 million children in the U.S. have a parent in prison or in jail. Programs like this have shown to help incarcerated fathers feel a sense of purpose and a motivation to maintain or improve their parenting role. It's also created a shift in the sociology students.
It really puts in perspective that even though they're incarcerated individuals, that they're still fathers and they still have hopes, fears, and dreams for their children.
Maggie Marshall is a senior at UWL. She's conducted 4 storybook recordings and looks at these experiences as humanizing.
We had someone actually say, like, I really appreciate you treating me like just a normal person on the outside.
95% of the incarcerated are released back into society. Something as simple as a story time with their child can increase their chances of a successful reintegration.
It makes us feel good as students knowing that this does mean a whole lot to them and that we are helping them.
Building connections to the life ahead of them, 1 page at a time.
See the stars twinkle soft and bright, winking a promise to me tonight.
Now, Professor Bakken and his students intend on continuing the Storybook program at the New Lisbon Correctional Institution. Moving forward, they like to bring in a variety of books the fathers can choose to read from, including ones in Spanish. Well, we have more news ahead, but first...
Finally, we have mild weather on the way. We're going to break the freezing mark here pretty soon and then have 40s potentially all next week. We'll break all that down and tell you if we got any precipitation in the next week, too. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
When I'm done, cleaned up, and I take the customer down there, I go through it all with them and explain how the equipment operates, show them how the bypass operates, how to set the clock, how the unit actually backwashes, pulls brine, how a water softener actually works.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus on us and stay a step ahead with Galaxy AI.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers?
Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus with Galaxy AI on us. US Cellular, built for us.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
The biggest thing I want to get across to people, whether it's via email or voicemail or text, is we are a local Wisconsin family-owned turnkey solar company.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy. How can you lose?
A 7-year-old girl attends a birthday party at a local swimming pool. She's sexually assaulted by a repeat child molester. The monster faces 100 years in prison, but Judge Susan Crawford let him off with just 4. That was Crawford's choice. Now he's back on the street, walking distance from a school. And Judge Crawford, she wants a promotion. Susan Crawford, dangerous decisions, wrong for Wisconsin.
If you've been hurt in an accident, you need the experienced attorneys of Schwabel, Getz & Sieben.
After the accident, hiring Schwabel, Getz & Sieben was one of the best things I ever did.
They were thorough, compassionate, and just really made us feel at ease right away.
Jim always had a plan. He was always very thorough.
It was phenomenal, the level of service that I received.
I highly recommend Schwabel, Getz & Sieben. They're the best.
Representing accident victims for over 50 years, Schwabel, Getz & Sieben.
When I'm done, cleaned up, and I take the customer down there, I go through it all with them and explain how the equipment operates, show them how the bypass operates, how to set the clock, how the unit actually backwashes, pulls brine, how a water softener actually works.
Ever since the end of January, our average temperature high and low has been slowly coming up, and now we're getting in about a degree every 2.5 days. So pretty soon, coming into March, it's going to climb even quicker too. So right now, we're typically around the mid-30s, depending on location. Could be low to mid-30s. Lows are generally in the low to mid-teens. Now, by another week, we're going to be towards the end of February. Most areas will be the mid to upper 30s. As we further go 2 weeks, everyone should be pretty close to 40. Now we're in March. Towards the end of March, or at least the second half of March, we're up to the mid-40s. And then in a month from now, we're getting close to 50. So it's going to be climbing up pretty quickly over the next 4 weeks. So getting into the 40s is not really unusual to see that. We're going to see it. We're going to have the 30s by the weekend. We'll probably crack that freezing mark here coming up fairly quick. 40s for most of next week. By that point, that's about 4 degrees above average, but it will be fairly mild. We do have some opportunities for a few showers Sunday night through Monday night. Some systems are going to kind of clip our area, but not expecting a lot of precipitation in either one, and it would be in the form of rain, given our temperatures will be warm. So we'll have a lot more clouds than actually precipitation, but there is that chance going forward. For high temperatures tomorrow, fairly similar today, maybe a degree or 2 warmer or cooler depending on location, but plenty of more sun. You will note the winds turn around to the south, and they will pick up in the afternoon. So we might have a little bit of a wind chill to bring these temperatures back to maybe in the single digits to low teens, but all in all, there will be plenty of sunshine to go along with it. Then going into the lows for Saturday, we're going to keep those lows actually above 0 for once. We'll have single digits above to maybe even 10 degrees above, so it will be fairly nice to see those. That's getting closer to average. And then Saturday, just a few degrees below average now. We're basically looking at the upper 20s to low 30s, maybe even a few mid-30s. We'll have more cloud cover than we've seen for probably Friday, but that'll be the story going into Sunday too. A lot more cloud cover, but look at these temperatures now. We're looking at the upper 30s to near 42, so definitely that's kind of getting closer, a little bit above average now where we should be. Now overall, this pattern still is kind of northwest to southeast, so we still see some of these systems kind of dive south, come across the UP, and then further into the eastern part of the U.S. We're going to still see this pattern continue, and it will provide more cloud cover going forward, with the next one just going up to Edmonton right there. So if we kind of time it out, what we're going to see here in a second, you can see that we're going to see by Saturday, Friday night as I go through, we're going to see cloud cover increase. Here's this one little weak system that'll pass through Saturday into Saturday night. Sunday, we have another one coming through. That one could provide a little bit of precipitation right here, potentially probably maybe Sunday night into Monday morning. Very light precipitation, better shot as you go to northeast Wisconsin into the UP. That'll be one, and we have one more kind of after that going into Monday and Monday night too. So some opportunities, but not really too much. Other than that, we're going to be the next chance of rain will come really Wednesday. That system looks more significant, but it would be in the form of rain, at least most of that. We might see a change over to snow come Wednesday night, but all in all, it's really a mild stretch of weather and fairly quiet too. So going into, from a week from now, we're almost into March 1st now.
I love it. I'm a big fan of that 8-day. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the picks are in. What Lambeau Field and the surrounding area will look like for the NFL draft. Plus, the Bucs will be without one of their top contributors due to a medication mix-up. Find out how long he'll be away. Jacob is next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Our team is growing at Phillips Outdoor Services. We're now hiring a landscape install leader. Earn up to $35 an hour, a $5,000 sign-on bonus, and 4 weeks PTO. Apply online today at phillipsoutdoorservices.com/careers.
T-Mobile is very reliable.
It's always nice to know that T-Mobile has us covered.
I love the fact that my family and I, we can stay connected just about anywhere we want to go.
My network is my lifeline.
T-Mobile keeps you connected on America's largest and fastest 5G network. And right now, get 4 free smartphones and 4 lines for $25 per line when you switch.
It's better over here.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
Get $3,000 total cash allowance on this 2025 Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners can get $5,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Our team is growing at Phillips Outdoor Services. We're now hiring a landscape install leader. Earn up to $35 an hour, a $5,000 sign-on bonus, and 4 weeks PTO. Apply online today at phillipsoutdoorservices.com/careers.
Bring all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, right before the Bucs get ready for the back half of their season post All-Star break, they get hit with some tough news today from the league office. Milwaukee forward Bobby Portis has been suspended 25 games for testing positive for the painkiller Tramadol. According to his agent, Mark Bartelstein, Portis thought he was taking Toradol, which is approved by the league and he's taken before. The Bucs forward was allegedly given the banned drug by an assistant of his, which was deemed a, quote, honest mistake. Portis cannot play again until April 8th, which is the 79th of 82 regular season games. Milwaukee is currently 5th in the Eastern Conference, and they're 21-10 when Portis scores 10 or more points. All right, how about some good news closer to home? It's amazing what local communities can do when they come together. After holding a Fight Cancer Night fundraiser at the Westby Viroqua girls game 2 weeks ago, the Norsemen girls recently presenting a check to Chaseburg Area Cancer Walk Group for $10,607.83. Various vendors and businesses came in to help for a fantastic cause. A round of applause for all those that helped out. Well, a big night in the world of hockey tonight as the Four Nations Face-Off Championship game once again showcases the U.S. and Canada. The Americans answered a Connor McDavid goal with 3 of their own to secure a spot in the final in the last meeting, and the Canadians took down Finland in the prelim finale back on Monday. Canada leads the all-time series 14-5 with 1 draw. And today, the NFL unveiled some renderings of their setup for the draft in Green Bay, which includes the Draft Theater, which covers 250,000 square feet of the east and northeast sides of the stadium. The Lambeau Field campus also will boast an 800,000 square foot area showcasing the NFL experience, which features food and beverage areas, a kids play 60 zone, spots for kicking field goals and running 40-yard dashes, and NFL exhibits. This year's draft expected to bring in approximately 250,000 attendees during the 3-day event, and the Packers have the 23rd pick in the first round. Just 63 days away, guys, from Green Bay being center stage in the football world. I can't wait.
Yeah.
And you were at the draft in Kansas City,
yes.
so when you go to this one, you'll be able to compare how the cities do it up.
Yeah, that's the plan. It's a lot of fun. It's a party at night and a lot of good stuff during the day for the kids and families and things. So looking forward to seeing how this all turns out. But it's so exciting for the city, being one of the smallest markets in the nation. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
So.
They'll
Big
come
deal.
through. It's going to be a good
deal. Hopefully go
for
smooth.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Stay updated while you scroll. Follow us on Instagram at WKBT News 8.
We've done many, many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
No cash, no problem. Head to Wesco One Sparta and get up to 48 months to pay interest-free on all the hot new furniture you want. Looking to level up your space? We've got you covered with recliners, sofas, bedroom sets, and dining furniture. All available with zero interest for up to 48 months. Don't wait. Upgrade your home today and swing by Wesco One Sparta. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Peyton sent you.
At Castle Realty, we believe in more than just buying and selling homes. We believe in building communities and creating lasting memories. For over a decade, we've proudly served the Cooley region, helping dreams come true, one family at a time. Thanks to our incredible community, we've been voted Best of La Crosse County for 7 years in a row. And now, we're asking for your support to make it 8. Head to bestoflacrossecounty.com to cast your vote. Castle Realty, from here, for you.
Here at Maxwell White, we know how valuable your time is. From issues with your hot water to slower clogged drains, our team is always on time with friendly service and solutions you can trust. Don't wait. Contact Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
All right, still cold out there tonight, but overall not much of a wind chill, clearing skies, a few degrees here below zero, but all in all better than we've had recently. Tomorrow, a little bit better. We see temperatures even climb further on Saturday, 40s likely Sunday and beyond. Some chances of rain, but all in all, really more like March, early March type of temperatures as we go to next week. So enjoy the break. Because, well, eventually we'll probably have some snow coming back at some point.
Always a realist, aren't you, Greg?
Well, it's not March yet.
No.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us at 6.
We appreciate your time. Hope to see you back at 10.